is where the fun begins.
Many Star Wars fans are so desperate for good content, it seems they are in a current state of Stockholm syndrome. They feel disenfranchised, yet when a glimpse of what should have been is shown, they go back in. Mind you, we all want good Star Wars. Then fans are told to choose their own canon. We don't care. It's fake anyways, leaving many confused are now blindly accepting the bastardization of the original Star Wars lore. The Bad Batch, spearheaded by Dave Filoni, is just one example of many so-called adaptations. The concept was taken from the original lore's Null Arc troopers. So what happened to full creative freedom when they discard the original canon? We witness Annihilation characters. Luke Skywalker, the classical hero, did not escape the fate of Disney's nihilistic approach. Whereas the original Luke Skywalker would have wanted to find a solution to help his nephew, rather than trying to kill him out of fear. Jacen Solo was swaddled in darkness, deeper than Luke had felt in recent memory, perhaps since the days of Vader and the Emperor, and it was not all clear that he could be drawn back to the light. Yet Luke had to try, if not for Jacen, for Leia and even the Alliance, but most of all, for himself. After the mistake he had made with Lumaya, after his erroneous killing of her, he could not bear the thought of making such an error with his own nephew. If there was still a way to reach Jacen, he must try. This example shares how fans seen Luke from the original lore and could not believe Luke, the farm boy who cared deeply about family, friends, the Jedi, and the galaxy, could become nihilistic. This goes to show how no communication can lead to a disjointed story. What we still have is the original expanded universe. Life and Legends of Obi-Wan Kenobi, which gave us more lore on Luke's training, continuation of the Jedi, as Luke is the founder of the new Jedi Order. He did not want the Jedi to end. We also got new characters and seen the Solo children grow up. New threats to the galaxy such as the Vong and the coming generations of the Skywalkers, which we will not see in the new lore. When Disney Lucasfilm begins to insert original EU story and characters, they begin to change them. One example of unhonorable change is the title of the X-Wing series to Rogue Squadron series. So when is enough enough? When do we cross the line and stop paying into the bastardization of the original lore? The Bad Batch now hints on the possible insertion of Mount Tantiss, located on the planet Wayland. Many are now rooting for the Heir to the Empire adaptation. How could a proper adaptation happen when the events around Leia, Han, Luke, and Thrawn are completely different in the new lore? Here we see an image of what many assume is Mount Tantiss. It looks like a base rather than a top secret warehouse and cloning facility. There is a circular ring at the top for hangar base. Now, let's look at the original lore map of Mount Tantiss. There is no prominent hangar base. We see an emergency shuttle hangar for the Emperor, a main hangar near the ground, and the entrance at the ground. Now, let's look at the images from the Last Command comic number 6. We have an ambiguous entrance as well as a guarded entrance. From what we see when General Caldwell is making his way to Mount Tantiss, there is no visible shuttle entrance at the top of the mountain. In fact, Mount Tantiss was top secret, and from Mara Jade's recollection, only a few knew of it. From visible sight, the mountain looks ordinary in the original lore. Not to mention, in the Disney lore, Wayland isn't a planet and is located in the mid-rim. The original lore, Wayland is located in the outer rim. Another standout is there wasn't two bases located next to each other. Mount Tantiss was a single hidden warehouse and cloning facility. Again, I ask, when is enough enough? How many times will we accept the bastardization of the classical lore, like Dark Empire, where Luke and Leia had to face off the cloned Emperor? He wanted to possess baby Anakin Solo, just like in The Rise of Skywalker, he wanted to possess Rey. Now I see many cheering on and wanting an adaptation of Mara Jade, some stating she does not need to be associated with Luke to still be the same character.
Is there something else? He smiled. You're getting good at that.
Your fault for teaching me too well. Come on, what is it?
Just this. Reaching into his tunic, he pulled out a lightsaber.
What's this?
Mara asked, frowning. It's my old lightsaber, Luke told her quietly. The one I lost at Cloud City and nearly got killed with at Wayland. He held it out. I'd like you to have it. She looked up at him, startled.
Me? Why?
He shrugged self-consciously. Lots of reasons. Because you earned it. Because you're on your way to becoming a Jedi and you'll need it. Mostly, though, because I want you to have it. Slowly, almost reluctantly, she took the weapon. Thank you. You're welcome. He touched her hand again. I'll be in the conference room with the others. Come on down when you've decided. He turned and walked away across the palace roof. Mara turned to gaze out at the lights of the city again. The cool metal of the lightsaber pressed against her hand. Luke's lightsaber. Probably one of his last links to the past. And he was giving it away. Was there a message in that for her? Probably. Like she'd said, subtlety wasn't one of Luke's strong points. But if that was why he'd done it, he'd been wasting his time. Her last link with the past had been broken in the Mount Tantiss throne room. Her past was over. It was time to get on with the future. And the New Republic was that future, whether she liked it or not. Behind her, she heard Luke open the door.
Hang on a minute,
she called after him.
I'll come with you.
With that, I ask you, so you are okay now with how Luke was created? If it is okay for a character to be changed, then it's okay for Luke, Han, and Leia to be as Disney Lucasfilm envisioned them, right? If you take one major influence from a character's development, for example, Mara Jade's, you change the character. That goes for Luke's influence and redemption of Mara Jade. Now let's listen to Saba 17's eulogy. She explains Luke's influence very well.
Then fate placed her life in the hands of a man she had once considered an enemy. A man whom she still felt compelled to kill. And during their difficult journey together, she began to understand that there was another way. A way filled with freedom and love and trust. Mara once told this one that all it took to lift the Emperor's veil from her eyes was a long walk in the forest with this man.
Saba extended her arm toward Luke.
That after she had come to know Luke Skywalker, it was easy to step into the light.
Tears welled in the eyes of both Luke and Ben. Ben.
I have seen many get upset that the Disney version of Luke Skywalker had no association with Mara Jade. Now it's okay because you want her in the new lore. Stockholm Syndrome is real when it comes to being disenfranchised. The current lore will never be as it was under George Lucas's helm. Reality is, it never will be. Not even under Filoni. All roads lead to Disney trilogy. So, take time to think, is this what you want for the beloved original characters and stories, even after Disney has proven time and time again they don't honor George's Star Wars?
Why? Fuck you, Disney! Why?
Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.